Yes! Three-pointer try.
Yes! Cedartown wins!
It's time for Cedartown High School Bulldogs basketball right here on WGAA 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to courtside for today's action.
Welcome into Cedartown High School basketball on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. We just had the introduction of the starting five for the Cedartown Bulldogs. The starting five for Bremen being introduced as we go here.
Number 3, Josiah Serby.
Cedartown wearing their road red jerseys with the white numbers. Bremen with very traditional white and blue. Bremen in Old English script. And 3, their numbers are in kind of a pointed script. But we're ready to go for the opening game of the season, Sam. And one familiar face back with the Bulldogs a little earlier than I think he anticipated. Quinlan Cawthorn is on the starting lineup for Cedartown.
Yeah, Quinlan's going to get the start tonight as well as Hayden Rittenhouse, Thomas Robertson, Zane Diamond Paisley, and Colton Prather. You've also got Davion Smith that is back with the team tonight, not getting the start here, but we know that we will see him at some point tonight.
Colton Prather also getting the start for Cedartown. He looked really good in the scrimmage against Bremen, or rather against our Merchant.
And we are ready to go in the center circle tip-off, and it will be Bremen basketball. So it'll be number 13, Josh Merrill. He'll bring it down the floor, come across the timeline. Bremen operating from right to left on your radio dial. Bounce it out towards the middle, almost commits to backcourt, and he does. That'll be thrown away, lost out of bounds. So it'll be Cedartown basketball right at the half court. For Bremen, it'll be Caleb Pollard, Eli Painter, Josiah Serby, Jamison Carter, and Josh Merrill, the starting five. Rittenhouse off the inbounds pass, left side, Zane Diamond Paisley, a three that is long. Rebound by Quinlan Cawthorn. Put back no good. Rebound taken by Bremen.
That's a shot that will come for Quinlan. He literally just got off of football, and he hasn't had much chance to practice with the team. There's a jumper up and no good there from Painter, and that's out of bounds.
Long two, no good, out of bounds. And it is going to stay Bremen basketball. So the Blue Devils will inbound it from the baseline. And it'll come in from Merrill. Merrill will check it in, left side, a three on the way from the corner, no good. Rebound taken by Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse will give it up to Prather. Prather will go ahead to Robertson. Robertson off the right wing. The little floater off the window, no good. He gets his own rebound. Zane Diamond Paisley knocked out of his hand, out of bounds.
Yeah, Bremen got a hand in there. Still no score. We're about 50 seconds into the ball game.
Colton Prather will inbound it for the Bulldogs. Oh, went the wrong way with it. Diamond Paisley wasn't in a good position there, and it's intercepted and taken away by Jamison Carter. Carter pushes it up the floor, far side. They'll work into the corner on the right side. It'll be number 3, Serby with it. They'll come back to the middle of the floor, top of the key. They'll toss it around the perimeter, go back to the top of the key, going to work to the right side. It'll be Merrill. Drive to the basket off the window, no good. Rebound taken by the Blue Devils. They're going to try to drive the lane now. His shot contested off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound by Bremen, but turned away, and it's Zane Diamond Paisley with it. He has it poked away in the backcourt, picked up by Painter. Painter drives. The basket is good, and the foul.
And they will get number 4 on the foul for Cedartown. Zane Diamond Paisley will be his first. And an and one coming up for the Blue Devils as they strike first, 2-0 the score.
We lost it in the backcourt for the Bulldogs, the turnover, and then it turns into points. It'll be Eli Painter with the first basket of the night. And a chance to make it a three-point play. It's up off the front of the rim and no good. Rebound taken by Zane Diamond Paisley. Paisley will give it up to Prather. Prather goes ahead to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse left side, off the wing. Going to go to the baseline to Robertson. Robertson back to Rittenhouse in the lane. 360 spin. It's in. And we are tied at 2 points apiece.
That was good passing. Good job there by Rittenhouse to do the 360 spin in the paint. And was able to shy off to his defender and put up the easy 2.
Painter trying to work it down to the baseline, throws it away. They were trying to get it to number 3, Josiah Serby. And they just tossed it away. Cedartown bodies getting in the way, but no contact made. So the Bulldogs will have it. Colton Prather off the inbound from Diamond Paisley. He's picked up immediately by Jamison Carter playing in this man full court press. Prather around him, and they're going to get a foul called, and it'll be on number 11, Jamison Carter, and that's going to be his first of the night. Just under 6 minutes left to play here in the opening period, all knotted up at two-piece. Inbounds will come from the near sideline. It'll go into Robertson. Robertson to Cothran, double team, 360 spin, lays it in off his fingertips. Pretty as you please. The Bulldogs are on top, 4-2.
Yeah, I get used to seeing that a lot this season for Quinlan Cothran. His senior season, he has been the heart and soul of this Cedartown team.
Bulldogs playing good defense here as they drive. Bremen does off the glass, no good. Prather comes away with the defensive rebound right here in front of the scorers table, and we are actually courtside for this broadcast, which is somewhere we're not familiar being, and Andrew Carter has to have the hot hands already. Nice play, sir.
Not bad for my non-dominant hand.
Nice play. Prather will check it in to Diamond Paisley from right in front of the table. They'll go back to Prather with it. Prather running off that right wing now to the top of the key into Prather.
I'll just take it from my experience being on the sideline for doing football for years.
The three-pointer on the way from Robertson is no good. Bremen comes away with the rebound, and it'll be Merrill that's going to push it up the floor. Josh Merrill, top of the key, going to drive the lane. The dish over on the baseline. It's up off the glass, no good. The high shot there from Pollard did not land, and Hayden Rittenhouse comes away with the rebound.
It was a great pass, but could not complete the shot, did Bremen.
Diamond Paisley goes to Cothran. Cothran on the baseline, going to work it over to Robertson. Robertson left side. Cothran was triple teamed that time. We go to the top of the key. The three, no good from Hayden Rittenhouse, and we've got a foul call.
They're going to get, for Bremen, Pollard, number 0, on the foul, bumping into Zane Diamond Paisley. That'll be his first.
So Cedartown will inbound it on their baseline underneath their own basket. It'll be Prather. He's going to check it in for the Dogs. They get it into Cothran. Cothran, the mid-range jumper, and it is good. Quinlan Cothran already with 4 points on the night, and it's 6-2 Bulldogs on top. It'll be Merrill. Going to try to bring it across the timeline, does so. Prather playing tough defense on him. They'll go to the right side. They'll swing it to Carter. Carter's going to swing it into the corner to Painter. Painter going to work off of the wing, now top of the key. They're going to try to drive the lane. They dish underneath to Pollard. Pollard gets that one to go. 6-4. That's first basket for Caleb Pollard of the night. It'll be Zane Diamond Paisley. He's going to try to work around Carter, who knocks it away from him out of bounds. Cedartown basketball subs coming in.
Jamarius Woodall will check in as Zane Diamond Paisley takes a seat.
Prather checks it in from right in front of the scorer's table, goes into Robertson, off of his hands. A tough pass there in the corner, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Bremen basketball.
Yeah, I think he started to turn it a little bit before he got a handle on the ball. He'll come out of the ball game. Number 10, number 11, Davion Smith will check into the ball game for the first time this season.
Very familiar face for the Bulldog faithful as Merrill brings it across the timeline. Going to work off the right wing. Now they'll try to go to Pollard. Pollard back outside. A three on the way. It's long. Rebound taken by Colton Prather. I tell you what, Prather is all over the place tonight with a couple of rebounds on the night already. He goes to the left side to Smith. Smith goes to Quinlan Cothran on the baseline. 360 spin, lay it in off of his fingertips. What a way to use his body and just move that defender out of the way. The Bulldogs are on top, 8-4.
Yeah, no contact whatsoever. It was absolute. It was just the motion there when we almost had a turnover there. Davion Smith with some tough defense forced it out of bounds.
Cedartown playing kind of a half-court style press.
Has Davion grown a whole foot since last year?
If not a foot and a half. The inbound goes to Painter. Painter right at the Bremen B. Going to work to his right. Now it'll come back to the left side, center of the circle. Trying to work off of that high ball screen that was set by Caleb Pollard. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Devils. It'll be Cedartown basketball as we have subs coming in.
Yeah, it'll be Keenan Price who checks in, as well as number 4, Zane Diamond Paisley, checks back into the ball game.
We saw Price in the Armurchie scrimmage. He'll come in and relieve Quinlan Cothran. Those are going to be your big man for the Bulldogs this year, both coming in at about 6'5". As Davion Smith trying to work around Merrill. They go to the left side now. It'll be Prather. Prather's going to work off the top side. Now he's going to try to work it down low, and we've got a foul called away from the ball.
Again, it's going to be on Pollard, his second for the Bremen Blue Devils. That's the second team foul. Both have been committed by him.
Third team foul, actually. I was a little late putting it, I'm sorry. I think they're a little late putting it on the board as well. I've got 3. We'll wait and see. Number 10 will check in either way for the Blue Devils, and that is Thacker Dudley. The inbounds pass is going to come from Prather. Prather goes to Price, and we've got a foul called, and it'll be against the Blue Devils. Be on number 10.
That's Dudley.
He just checked into the game, and he picks up his first foul of the afternoon.
We still only have 3 on the board, but I know there's 4.
Inbounds pass. Goes to Zane Diamond Paisley, top of the key. He's going to work to his left side. Now he'll come back to the right. The fadeaway long two, no good. Rebound is going to be taken by Bremen. Over to the right side, it's going to be Josh Merrill across the timeline into the front court for the Blue Devils. He's going to work back to the middle of the floor. A steal. It's Woodall. Number 10 is going to take it to the glass. Oh, and he was fouled. The basket did not go, but he's going to get a free trip to the line for a chance at 2. Quinlan Cothran getting ready to check into the game as well. But first, it'll be Jamarius Woodall with his first trip to the stripe tonight.
That was Painter, wasn't it, who got the foul, number 1?
I believe you are correct. That would be his first. First free throw attempt is up, and it is good. So Colton Prather will come out of the game, and we're going to put our big boys on the court at the same time.
Good start there by Colton Prather, starting the ball game, and he's been great in the scrimmage and here in this ball game so far. Second free throw, no good. Rebound by Bremen.
It'll be number 5, Jones. He's going to try to drive the lane, goes around Price and gets that one to go. And we've got a foul called, and I think they're going to get Price. Yep. So that's going to be his first. The basket counted, and it will send number 5, Ja'Shawn Jones, to the free throw line for the first time.
Hayden Rittenhouse is going to come into the ball game. He'll probably check in. We're going to give him a little bit of a rest. It looks like Thomas Robertson's going to come into the ball game too, and Price will come out.
Zay Buffington has also checked in for Bremen on that stoppage of play. 9-6 your score, 2:41 left to go here in the first. The and one is no good, and the rebound was taken by Thomas Robertson. Robertson will give it up to Davion Smith. Smith's going to be your floor general when you don't have Prather out there. He goes back to Robertson. Now they'll go baseline. Quinlan Cothran tried for the one-hand jam, and it was rejected, and Bremen comes away with the rebound. Over to the right side, it'll be Dudley. Dudley's going to go to Painter. Painter, top of the key, now to the left side. Off the wing, a 3 on the way, and it is long, no good. Rebound taken by the big man for the Bulldogs, Quinlan Cothran. He's going to bring it down the floor himself. He can say, look what I can do, coach. Splits 2 defenders in the lane, right side. Robertson off the glass, no good. And it was Rittenhouse, he was fouled hard as both number 1s, Hayden Rittenhouse and Eli Painter, go to the floor. They're going to get the foul called on Jones. That'll be his first, and it'll send Rittenhouse to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
It could have been Jones. It could have been Painter, one or the other, either one.
First one on the way from Rittenhouse is up, and it is good. 10-6 your score. Bulldogs now on top by 4.
Hayden Sam is so fundamentally sound as a ball player. I mean, you get him out there, he's going to do the things he needs to do, and that one goes in and out. Rebound by Quinlan Cothran. Put back no good. Rebound by Bremen's number 10. Dudley, and he'll bring it down the floor and the give off to Buffington.
Buffington now gives it to Painter. Painter will bring it across the timeline. He's going to work. Wants to go to his right side, but now he'll cut back left, gets double team. That leaves a man open. He drives it to the basket, no good, and they're going to get Quinlan Cothran on a foul where he kept both feet planted directly on the floor.
And he backed away from the play, but and that may have drawn a little bit more attention to himself, and that may have been the basis of the call. Jones will go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be his first foul, I believe.
1:50 left to play here in the first. First free throw attempt on the way from Jones is no good. So the score remains 10-6. Jones now 0 for 2 from the stripe.
This Cedartown team, Sam, is senior heavy. 8 seniors on this team.
Second one on the way from Jones, and he is 0 for 3. And we got a tie-up, jump ball. Yep, and he's going to get a tech right there. Quinlan Cothran. Let his emotions get to him. He just pushed the young man to the floor. They went for the rebound. Both of them tied up. It was Thacker Dudley and Quinlan Cothran. And the clock is running. And the clock's still running. And the clock is still running. Now it stopped. So it will send number 1, Eli Painter, to the free throw line. It's going to be a technical foul there on Cothran. He's getting a good talking to over on the sideline. That first one is off the back of the iron. No good. Too strong. There from Painter.
I don't think they would have called that if not for that little push at the very end.
That was it.
Because he had wrapped him up. A jump ball had initially been called. Second free throw is good, making it 10-7.
And now Bremen will get the basketball back.
But that little push at the very end is what initiated the technical call.
One possession game now for the Bulldogs. They have a 3-point lead. The inbound pass will go to number 2, Buffington. They'll go to the corner. Bremen's going to try to tie it with a tray. No good. Rebound taken there by Zane Diamond Paisley. Paisley will give it up to Davion Smith. Smith trying to split 2 defenders. Now they'll get it in the front court to Robertson. Robertson goes back to Smith. Smith working off the left wing. Has it poked away there by Buffington. Zay Buffington is going to take it off the glass, and it is good.
1-point game now, 10-9. 50 seconds here in the first.
Inbounds pass goes to Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse on the far side. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Still man-on-man defense for this Bremen squad. Gives it off to Davion Smith. Smith top of the key, right side. Robertson's going to work back to his left. ZDP with it. Now they'll go to Davion. Davion's going to try to drive the baseline. Oh, and he got creamed by number 5, Jayshon Jones, as he was trying to go up for a block. Davion faked him out and then caught a foot for it.
More like a thigh. Almost got ninja kicked right there. It was a non-shooting foul. No malice with that at all. Just, man, that's...
But we should be shooting 2 because that's team foul number 7.
We should be.
So that will send Davion Smith to the free throw line to shoot 2 in a 1-point game with under 30 left to play here in this opening period.
One of the caps that holds up that covers up the hole where the volleyball nets go popped out. They had to get that back in there, and Davion's first free throw is good. Colton Prather will check back in here in just a moment.
Yeah, he's going to wait. He's going to wait and get Davion. Jabarius Woodall will check back in. He's going to get Price. Second one on the way from Smith. It's up, and it is good as well. Score now 12-9. Cedartown extends the lead back out to 3 with 29.2 left on the clock. Cedartown will go into a full court press. The inbounds will go to Buffington. Zay Buffington near side. He's going to work back to his right. Top of the key now, going to work over to the wing. They're going to hold for the last shot of the period, I'm sure. They'll go now to Merrill. Merrill's going to drive. He's going to go ahead and deposit it, and it is no good. Rebound taken by Bremen. Underneath the basket, they go outside and straight to ZDP. Diamond Paisley with 3 on the clock. Drives, has it ripped away in the lane. My goodness, what a good defensive play there by number 13, Josh Merrill, for the Bremen Blue Devils. He saved him a basket.
We'll have time for a pitch and shoot here with 1.8 to go here in this period.
The inbounds will come from Prather. Prather's going to check it in, find somebody. They'll go to ZDP, catches, shoots 3, and it's good at the buzzer. Zane Diamond Paisley, ice in his veins, and it's 15-9. We'll take a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back with Cedartown High School basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Come see Michelle Rupert, your local State Farm insurance agent. 770-748-8771. Located at 607 North Main Street in Cedartown.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Georgia needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
15-9 is your score as we start the second period here from Bremen High School. The Bulldogs will have the ball. check it into Zane Diamond Paisley. We go right back to Colton Prather with it. Prather at the Bremen B. He'll go to his right side across the timeline. Working into the front court goes to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse off the wing, now to Robertson. Robertson left side. He's going to kick out. Zane Diamond Paisley's going to try to hit a three, and he does. Back-to-back threes for Zane Diamond Paisley, and it's a 9-point lead for the Bulldogs, 18-9. Eli Painter with it. He's going to bring it across. Top of the key. Now they'll go back over to Merrill. Merrill's going to try to work it underneath to Pollard. They have to kick it back outside, and we've got a foul on the floor. I think they're going to get Jamarius Woodall. We'll wait for the official.
And you are correct. You are correct, sir. First team foul, first personal foul for him.
So Bremen will check it in on their baseline. It'll be Merrill underneath the basket for the Blue Devils. Trying to work it into Pollard. They finally get it to him. They'll kick it outside to Carter. Jamison Carter with it. Will back it out, reset the offense, and work to the right side into Serby. Josiah Serby with it. He's going to go all the way over to the left side to Merrill. Dangerous pass there. They get it to go. Painter now back to the outside to Serby. Oh, and that one is knocked away. It was Zane Diamond Paisley that knocked away. Rittenhouse saved it. Diamond Paisley got it back. Going to drive the floor coast to coast, and a charge call.
I tell you what, Bremen drew that up about as good as you could right there. It was textbook.
That was it. I hate to say it, but you are right, sir. Zane Diamond Paisley calling for his second personal foul of the night, and we'll have a sub come in for the Bulldogs.
It's going to be Davion Smith. Yeah, it'll be ZDP will come out after that tough foul.
So the inbounds will come from Bremen. They're going to check it into number 13, Merrill. Cedartown in a man-on-man defense. Prather catches him in the backcourt. Now they'll work into the front court for the Blue Devils. They try to work off a high ball screen. They go to the left side. Excuse me, to the right side. Now back to the left side. A three from the corner, and it is no good from Serby. Rebound taken there by Woodall. Jamarius Woodall comes away with the rebound, gives it ahead. Now it's going to be Thomas Robertson on the baseline, back outside to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse to Smith. Davion Smith with it. He goes to the right side. Pretty as can be, Jamarius Woodall. The first one was no good, but the putback was good, and he draws the foul.
That was a pretty pass down low to him. I mean, he faked me out. I thought he was going to the outside. But he didn't. He went there to Woodall, and Woodall made it count, and the one coming up. I think they got 11 on the foul. Carter.
I'll take it. Free throw attempt on the way from Woodall. In and out, no good. Rebound taken by Bremen. So it'll be the Blue Devils with it. Painter into their front court. Going to work to the left side, right at the free throw line. A jumper, no good. Rebound taken by Pollard, and he is fouled hard there by Woodall. That's going to be his second one. Hard foul against number 0, Caleb Pollard for the Blue Devils, and he'll go to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Kenan Price ready to check into the ball game at the next moment.
20-9 is your score. 6:25 left to play here in the first half. First free throw attempt is no good from Pollard. And Price will check in. He will get Woodall. You'll also have number 13, Josh Merrill, who will check in for the Blue Devils.
One thing that Bremen hasn't really done that well yet is the perimeter shooting. They've been open quite a few times in the corner, but haven't been unable to take advantage of that as Pollard makes the second free throw. It's now a 10-point game.
Cedartown will inbound it. Rittenhouse will give it into Prather. Prather looks over to the sideline, gets the call in from Coach Cherry in his second year here at CHS. Prather with it over the right side. They give it to Davion Smith. Smith with it goes back to Prather. Top of the key. Now they'll go into the lane. They give it to Rittenhouse, and Rittenhouse is fouled.
No shot there, and the foul's going to be called on number 10. It's going to be on Dudley.
Inbounds pass will come from Davion Smith. Smith's going to check it in from the baseline. He's going to get it into Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse with it now off the right wing. Going to move back to the middle of the floor. He'll give the handoff to Smith. Smith's going to try to work off the wing. Now they go Rittenhouse. Baseline floater good. Hayden Rittenhouse from about 8 feet out on the baseline floater makes it a 12-point game, 22-10.
All reliable there. Hayden Rittenhouse just makes it look easy.
It'll be Bremen with it. Buffington hands off to Merrill. Merrill goes to Serby with it. Serby over onto the left wing. Now they'll go all the way to the right side of the floor with Buffington on the opposite wing. Now he's going to try to drive the baseline floater. Can't get that one to go. Price comes away with the rebound, gives it up to Robertson. Thomas Robertson drives the baseline. Tried to get it to Price and whizzed one by his head, and that'll be out of bounds, and it'll be Bremen basketball.
Yeah, Price just didn't see that one coming. It was definitely, I thought it was a pretty good pass, but Price just didn't have his eyes on the ball, and unfortunately goes out of bounds and a turnover.
Buffington with it across the timeline, over to the right side, far side of the court from us. Now they'll go to Merrill. Merrill drives it in, shoots it from the elbow there. Can't get that one to go, and Rittenhouse comes away with the rebound. Hayden Rittenhouse will give it up to Davion Smith. Smith will go ahead to Colton Prather. Prather in the front court for the Bulldogs off the wing on the left side. They dish underneath to Price. Price lays it in off the glass. That one is good. Give Prather the assist, and it is a 24-10 ball game with just under 5 left to play here in the first half.
Yeah, Price saw it that time, and he made it count all day long.
Painter will bring it across half court. Going to work to his right. Ripped away there momentarily by Prather. They get it back. They're able to corral it. Merrill with it. Now over to the left side. They get Zay Buffington. Buffington dished it underneath. He's going to get it back immediately at the top of the key over to the right side. Merrill, the jumper from the baseline is no good. Rebound taken by Colton Prather. I tell you, Prather is having himself a heck of a night so far for the Bulldogs.
So are the Dogs in rebounding defensively. Their rebounding has been superb, and now we got a timeout called by Coach Cherry. We'll take a 30-second break. 4:20 to go here. 24-10 lead for Cedartown. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Cedartown on a 9-1 run over the Bremen Blue Devils here in the last few minutes. 4:20 to play here in the first half. It's Cedartown 24 and Bremen 10. And the Dogs will have it out of the timeout. Colton Prather will check it in.
Far sideline, looking for somebody open. He's going to go to Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse will give it right back to Prather on the handoff. It'll be Prather to Davion Smith. Smith on the right side. He's going to work off the wing now, bounce it out into the corner, baseline. Has to work it back out to the perimeter. They try to get it to Colton Prather. Heck of a save there by the young man. Now he's going to drive the lane. Land it, young man. Can't get it to go, but Price is there for the rebound and the putback.
There you go. Price using his size. 26-10. Number 32 makes it 26-10.
It'll be number 2 for the Blue Devils. Zay Buffington picked up his dribble a long way from home. He's got to have help, and he does so in Thacker Dudley. Over to the right side now. It'll be Merrill. Merrill going to kick over. A 3 on the way from the left wing, and he was fouled. And he will go to the free throw line and shoot 3.
That was a very good acting job, I think, by Painter. I think he painted a picture for us.
If you say so yourself, I have to agree with you.
And yes, there was contact,
but not enough to
fall down.
Not enough to warrant
In fact, Thomas went over there to explain his case. First free throw is good, 26-11. At least to get an explanation. Second one is good. 26-12 the score.
Bremen will get their rebounders in place now. And we've got a flat tire on a loud pair of shoes.
Those are quite some digs there, aren't they?
You got that right, my friend. I hate to say it, but you and I could not pull those off. No. Prather, though, does pull off another rebound as the free throw was missed. So Colton Prather will bring it across the timeline. Going to work to the right side. He's going to go baseline now. Right baseline. Floater in and out. No good. Price with the rebound, the putback, and it is good. How about that for a 1-2 combo? They do it again. Colton Prather and Price working together. 28-12, and a steal by Davion Smith. A save into the bench, but it goes back to Bremen. Now they'll go into far corner. A 3 on the way. That one is no good. Rebound taken by Thomas Robertson. Robertson will give it ahead to Price. Price is going to drive the lane off the glass just short. Can't get that one to go. Rebound taken by Bremen. The Blue Devils and Merrill will have it. Rittenhouse giving him fits in the backcourt, but they will get it across. Oh, and a steal. They caught him sleeping. Davion Smith all by himself, and the lay-in is good.
I literally looked up and I saw a big red blur come by, and Smith just ripped it out of his hands. Great steal. Timeout, Bremen. 30-12, Cedartown leads at 2:42. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be right back.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Davion Smith, his first game back from football. I mean, he took that steal away. I looked up, and again, like I said, it was a red blur that zipped past me. Bremen didn't even know what hit him, and he took it all the way to the basket, coast to coast, and put Cedartown up 30-12. Davion Smith, welcome back, son.
Smith caught him sleeping, made him pay. Bremen will get the ball back with 2:42 left to play here in the first half. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here from Bremen High School. Cedartown High School basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. The inbound pass will come from the baseline. Cedartown in a full court press, but they will back off of it a good bit. They just want to keep a little pressure on them, and it'll be Merrill with it. Now to the left side, and it's going to be Jones. Jones going to work off a high ball screen, going to drive it off the baseline a little over the shoulder, hoping a prayer shot was no good. The rebound was taken by Bremen. Another shot blocked. A three on the way, and that is going to be off the top of the backboard, and so it will be a turnover, Cedartown basketball.
15-3 run for the Dogs here.
Cedartown just dominating in every aspect of the game so far. Inbounds pass went to Colton Prather. Prather going to bring it across the timeline. Buffington giving him fit, staying in his front pocket. They go to Davion Smith with it. Smith off the baseline. He'll back it out to the corner. Now they'll go back to Prather. Prather's going to go to Price. Price with it. Wants to get it back to Smith. A three from the corner. No good. And the rebound is taken by Bremen. They'll go ahead with it very quickly on the other end. Off the glass, and it is good there from Zay Buffington. They caught Cedartown in transition and got ahead of them, and it's now 30-15. Bulldogs with a 16-point lead as we come up on 90 seconds left to play here in the opening half. Davion Smith working off of his defender, can't get that little floater to go. He wanted a foul, none was called, and it's going to be Buffington with it. He drives the lane, splits two defenders, shot no good. Got his own rebound. The put out, the three on the way, no good. Rebound taken there by Buffington. Now they'll go back outside. It's Merrill. Over to the left side, or excuse me, the right side. It's Dudley. Dudley goes back to Buffington. Buffington working off of that wing. Top of the key now. Fake the three, drives, floater. No good there from Bo Dudley. The putback no good. Cedartown's Davion Smith comes away with the rebound. They'll go ahead to Robertson. Robertson has that one rejected out of bounds by number 5, Jones. We've got some subs coming in for Cedartown. Price will come out.
And 15, it'll be Braylon Cothran comes into the ballgame. That's Quinlan Cothran's little brother, according to Coach.
Inbounds pass comes from Davion Smith. They'll go to Hayden Rittenhouse with it. Top of the key, going to work to the left side off the wing. Now they go into the corner. Davion with a three, no good. Rebound taken by Bremen. It'll be number 5, Jones with it. Right at middle court. Over to the left side now to Buffington. Buffington working off the wing. The handoff goes to Bo Dudley. Dudley top of the key, right side. It'll be Jones with it. Jones going to drive the baseline, gets that floater to go over a couple of Cedartown defenders, and it's a 14-point lead for the Dogs, 30-16, as we're at 30 seconds left to play here in the second period. Davion Smith with it across the timeline, working right at midcourt. He's going to work to his left. The handoff is going to go to Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse going to try to work around his defender. Has to give it up, and he was fouled before he got it away, and it'll be on the floor.
They're going to get Merrill there on the foul his first. And for Bremen, their third team foul of the period. Check that fourth. Albeit late.
Inbounds pass will come from Colton Prather on the far sideline. They check it in to Thomas Robertson. Robertson backs it out, gives it back to Prather. Prather working off of the tip ball. He's going to give it to Davion Smith. Smith off the wing, back to Prather. Prather near the top of the key. Working around Buffington. Now they'll swap. They got to go to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse on the baseline. 1 on the clock, and that's going to do it for this first half. Colton Prather throws up a hope and a prayer, but it would have been no good anyways. But the Dogs don't need it as they're up 30-16 here at the half. Cedartown with a 14-point lead as we head to the locker room. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back, talk a little bit about that first half, and look ahead to the second half. You are listening to Cedartown High School basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. Back after this 2-minute timeout.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the GHSA and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
We're back courtside here at Bremen High School. We can literally say courtside.
When we say courtside,
we're on the floor.
We're sitting on the hardwoods.
Yes, I'm very, very excited about that. I don't know why I didn't try to do that when I first got here. I don't know what it was.
Well, I'll say this,
yes.
And I say this every basketball season at least once or twice, but if Dr. Thomas or any of our school board members are listening, we would love courtside seats and a really nice scorers table that was big enough to host the radio station.
You know, we got that new scorers table last year, and it's very nice.
And it's wonderful. It is fantastic.
Let's get another one.
Let's get another one.
Let's get another one. I heard how much those things cost. Those things,
they're not cheap.
They're not cheap at all.
So I understand. I've
been told. Well, here we are, Cedartown 30-16. Sam, you're mentioning the scoring. We had 15 points in the first period and 15 points in the second period. And the Bulldogs are looking good here against Bremen. Bremen, you know, they kind of came to life a little bit toward the end of the first half. And this game really should be a lot closer. Bremen has missed a lot of shots they should make, and it's kind of a tale, you know, not quite like the Lady Dogs were. You know, the Lady Dogs were missing shots they should make. They've been open from three, and I think eventually they will get hot from that area. But Cedartown defensively has shut them down to this point, only allowing 16 points, and we lead by 14 here at the half, Sam.
Well, and I try to keep up, you know, with the stats as much as I can, but it's difficult to keep up with the scoring while trying to call it play-by-play. You know how hard that is. But I can tell you that Cedartown has had 21 rebounds already in that first half of play, 15 defensive rebounds and 6 offensive rebounds. And I think if you look at second chance points, That's really one of the biggest differences in this game so far. Cedartown just putting themselves in good position to rebound and then be able to take it straight back up to the basket. You know, we saw Quinlan Cawthorn do it before he got pulled. We saw Kenan Price do it before. You know, it just, everybody is contributing. You see Colton Prather, who, although he doesn't have any points on the board yet, how many rebounds has Colton Prather had? He's had 4 defensive rebounds. And, you know, you just see somebody like that who is, he's a smaller kid compared to some of your bigger bodies out on the floor, but that just shows the aggressiveness of this team. Zane Diamond Paisley, Quinlan Cawthorn, and then Price, all with 6 points on the night. Rittenhouse with 5, Davion Smith with 4. Jamarius Woodall has got a 3 spot in the first half, and that's your scoring for the Cedartown Bulldogs here in this first half of play. But like you said, Dogs clicking on all cylinders. 15 points in the first half or first quarter of play, and then of course 15 in that second, and they have a 30-16 lead. I do think that you're right. You know, Bremen just not able to get a lot of rebounds, not able to get a lot of second half or second chance points, I should say, and so that has really hurt them. But the Dogs just playing well. They had a very short halftime meeting in the locker room. They are already back out on the floor, and we've got about 4.5 minutes left before we start the second half of play. The Bulldogs, of course, trying to pick up their first win of the season, as this is the season opener for both of these squads. Cedartown looked very, very good last Thursday against Armurchie when we were up there at their place.
You know, it's funny. You know, talking to Coach Cherry, almost surprising to him how good things looked early on, and that's a good kind of surprise to have. And you know, we've seen the entrance of Davion Smith, who's come in and made an impact. Quinlan Cawthorn, of course, had the technical foul in the first half. Hopefully we'll get to see him a little bit in the second half, but he already was making his presence known. But I gotta tell you about 32. Kenan Price has done a great job down low. When you get the ball to him, you know, he's taller than everybody else. He's able to get the baskets over there, and he's done a great job down low for the Bulldogs offensively. And Cedartown leads here at the half, Sam, 30-16. By the way, our home opener for Cedartown Bulldogs basketball is Thursday. And Cedartown will be hosting the Armurchie Indians. We'll have the girls game at 6 and the boys game at 7:30. That'll be on all of our platforms, including video. So we hope you'll join us for basketball.
We will not be on the court for that one, though.
No.
We will be in our very traditional perch amongst the fans.
Which I'm fine.
I love it.
I'm fine with.
I love it.
You know, we'll be right behind the
we hear a lot of colorful
bench.
commentary when we broadcast from home.
Sometimes we do. That's right. All right, well, 30-16 your score. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with the start of the second half in just a few moments here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Come see Michelle Roofer, your local State Farm insurance agent, 770-748-8771, located at 607 North Main Street in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
All right, we are back here, about to begin the second half of play. Cedartown with a 14-point lead, 30-16. We'll see who's the starters. Looks like Quinlan Cawthorn will be back out there for the Bulldogs. Quinlan Cawthorn, and looks like Zane Diamond Paisley. We'll have Thomas Robertson out there. Also number 12, it'll be Prather. And
we're short one.
I
think we had to go retrieve him out of the locker room, and they
Rittenhouse.
So it'll be Bremen basketball to start the second half of play here. Bulldogs on the road, enjoying a 30-16 lead. Inbounds pass is going to come from the far sideline. They'll check it into Merrill. Merrill will bring it across half court. He's going to work to the right side. Now they'll give the handoff back to the top of the key over to the left side. Now it's Painter with it. Serby, top of the key, and we've got a travel called, and Bremen will turn it over, and Cedartown's going to get the ball back right away. So the inbounds will come from Zane Diamond Paisley. He's going to check it into Colton Prather. Prather over to the right side. It'll be Diamond Paisley on the wing. Now they'll give it to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse back to the top of the key to Prather. Prather left side. Thomas Robertson pulls a three with a defender in his face and gets it to fall.
Great shot there by Thomas Robertson there. Able to get in his zone and got that three to fall. A swish.
Merrill with it, gives it up to Carter. Carter goes over to Painter. Painter with it. He's going to try to answer with a three, and he gets that one to go.
That might be their first three of the night.
It is. That's the first one from beyond the arc. 33-19 your score. Over to the right side is ZDP with it. Now he's going to give it up to Thomas Robertson. Robertson thought about a three, pulls it down to Prather. Prather left side, Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse going to try to drive the baseline. The dish over to Robertson. Robertson with it. Goes to the middle of the floor. It's Quinlan Cawthorn. Turns around. Now over back to the right side into Robertson. Now to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse, three from the wing. No good. And we've got a foul. No, just out of bounds. Good. I was afraid for a moment it looked like they were going to get Quinlan Cawthorn, but they do not. It was just out of bounds.
Yeah, he tried to reach in there and knock it away, but ended up tipping it out of bounds.
Cedartown playing on this full court press. It's Carter with it that's going to bring it across the floor for the Blue Devils. Over to the left side in the corner to Serby. Serby's going to try to work back to the middle of the floor. Now he's going to give it up on the wing to the right side. It's Painter with it. Painter over to the left side, takes a step to the left and drills a three with Quinlan Cawthorn right in his face.
Try to draw a foul too, but they weren't buying that one. And just like that, it's 33-22.
And now we've got a travel called. Zane Diamond Paisley, I think, drug his foot. And so that'll be a turnover. So both teams turning the ball over here early in this third period of play. 6:15 left to go. Your score 33-22. And a foul call?
Nope, it was out of time.
Out of time, okay.
5 seconds was called.
Oh, no, we are going to get a foul.
It's going to be on
number 13,
Josh Merrill. And that'll be his first foul.
I believe you are right. I had it marked incorrectly earlier, but I think that is his first now. So the inbounds pass will go to the Bulldogs. In their front court, it's Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse to the right side to Colton Prather. Prather working off of the wing, gives it back to Rittenhouse. Top of the key. Now the right side into the corner to Robertson. Robertson works it back to Quinlan Cawthorn. He's just going to drive the lane. Can't get it to go. Short off the front of the rim. Put back no good. Put back no good. Put back good.
Fourth time's the charm. 35-22.
Inbounds pass will come off of the baseline. They'll give it in to Buffington. Cedartown playing the full court press. Now they kind of back it down once the inbounds play was made. Zane Diamond Paisley, though, the steal, the shot, no good. No foul called.
Man.
And it gets away from the Bulldogs, and it's back to Bremen basketball.
Time out. Timeout call by Bremen. I thought that might have been out of bounds there, but we'll take it with them. It's a 30-second timeout. Cedartown leads 35-22. Back after this 30-second break.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the GHSA.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Boy, a smart timeout by the coach there for Bremen. They retain possession.
5.5 left to play in the third period. Merrill with it, going to go all the way to the left side off of the inbounds that came from the near side. Now he has to work it back. It's the corner on the right side. He's going to try to work it in is Painter. Painter goes to the left side. Serby with a three, in and out, no good. Rebound taken by Zane Diamond Paisley. He'll give it up to Colton Prather. A good offensive possession there for Bremen that they just came up a little bit short. Cedartown almost turns it over. Thomas Robertson tried to get it to Quinlan. Cochran, it went right back to Robertson, and then it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. It'll be Bremen basketball.
Yeah, he was trying to feed it, and there was nobody there and lost the handle, and it did go out of bounds.
The inbounds pass will go to Buffington. Buffington's going to give it right back to Painter. Painter with it. Coming up on the timeline, gets it across. Now he's going to work to the left side. It'll be Josiah Serby with it. He gives it back up to Eli Painter. Painter goes back to Serby. Top of the key is Serby. Now to the left wing. Now they'll work it to the corner to Buffington. Buffington's going to try to drive the baseline. Stop the shot up from about 2 feet out, and it is good, and it's 35-24.
They're outscoring us 8-5 here in this third period.
Bremen trying to make it a game here in the second half. Hayden Rittenhouse with it off of the wing, left side, now back to the middle of the floor into Colton Prather. Prather with it, goes to Robertson. Robertson going to work back to the middle of the floor. Now Rittenhouse, he's going to fire a three, and it's off the front of the rim, no good. And Bremen comes away with the rebound. The Blue Devils are going to push it. Over to the left side, Merrill goes to Painter. Painter, Buffington, with it, and the three is good. And all of a sudden, Bremen has made this one a game thanks to the three ball. They have 3 threes here in the second half. The
ball's
steal,
loose.
and it's going to be turned over. It's going to be Merrill with it off the glass. Good, a chance at another three-point play. And all of a sudden, Bremen has right back in this one.
They get Rittenhouse on the foul, I believe. Yes. Davion Smith will be checking into the ball game, as well as number 10, Jamarius Woodall, and they both will come in. Looks like Thomas Robertson and Hayden Rittenhouse will come out.
This was a 14-point lead when we started the second half. The Bulldogs were up 30-16, and Bremen has come storming back to make it a 5-point game as the and one is good. 35-30. Bulldogs with it, and we turn it over. We were trying to get 2 ahead of ourselves, and we turned it over, and it's Buffington with it now. Buffington goes to Painter. Painter right at the Bremen logo. He's going to work to the left side. Now they're going to go to the right into Serby. Serby coming off the wing. He's going to try to drive around Cochran. Gets met with a couple of defenders. Has to go back outside to Pollard. We got away with one there, but a three is on the way. No good. Rebound. Serby, what a rebound.
Unbelievable. I mean, he didn't even look at the basket. He kind of flipped it backwards, and it went in. It's a 3-point game. 35-32.
Colton Prather with it, working off the wing. The little floater is short off the front of the rim. Woodall with the rebound. The basket is good, and the foul.
Boy, we needed that the worst way. Good job there by Woodall. The foul's going to be called on number 0, Caleb Pollard. That's his third foul. Josiah Jones is going to come in for number 3, Josiah Serby. And an and one coming up. And they're also going to sub out Thacker Dudley for the man who just committed the foul, Caleb Pollard.
This will be Jamarius Woodall at the free throw line for an and one. It is up, and it is no good, but the rebound taken by Quinlan Cochran, and the putback is good by Cochran.
Yeah, Quinlan just inserted himself into the game right there. A big, we'll take 2 over 1 anytime.
Back to a 7-point lead for the Dogs. Merrill with it, though. Quickly on the other end, it's Painter, and they get him for a travel, and the Bulldogs force a turnover, and you can credit that to Quinlan Cochran right there. The big man just made him making mistakes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Love to see it.
Good defense by the Bulldogs, trying to turn the tables back over to our favor. 39-32.
Prather with it. He goes to Davion Smith. Smith top of the key, left side. ZDP with it, working off the wing. They feed it to Quinlan Cothran, the big man. 360 spin off the glass, and it's just gold every time. 41-32.
2 defenders around him, no problem for it.
Oh, almost got a foul there, but Merrill gets away with it. He's going to drive. He tries to lay it off. It did not touch anything, and it's out off the Bulldogs, and it'll be Bremen basketball underneath the basket. Have a equipment correction real quick. 2:30 left to play, 41-32, Bulldogs on top. The inbounds pass, they throw it away. They tried to get it to number 5, Jones, and they just threw it away. It'll be Cedartown basketball.
Well, Jamaris Woodall there kind of blocked him out. He wasn't able to get to it, and he used his body to screen him away from the pass. Great job.
Davion Smith tries to get a long pass to Woodall, and it is knocked away by Eli Painter, who came flying in. Out of bounds, Cedartown basketball right in front of their own bench. Davion Smith will check it in. He gets it to ZDP in the corner. Now it's knocked away by Bremen and knocked off of ZDP. Out of bounds, Bremen basketball. There's not a lot you can do with that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was just a good job there by Bremen.
Just a really good play by the Blue Devils
the
in the corner.
ball bounces right there, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, and you know when you're in the corner like that, you know that that's always an option to get you out of that jam, is just bounce it off another player, and that's what they do. So Bremen will check it in. Cedartown backing off, and now they'll pick him up as the inbounds pass comes to number 13, Josh Merrill. Merrill with it for the Blue Devils across the timeline. Going to try to work off the screen. Oh, and they're going to get Diamond Paisley for a reach-in foul.
ZDP with his 3rd foul. That'll be that's the 2nd, I believe, for the Dogs in this 3rd period.
Merrill with it, top of the key. He's going to try to work to the left side. They'll go to Buffington. Buffington's going to come back to Painter. Painter on the right wing. Now they're going to go to the far left side into Merrill. Merrill's going to try to drive around Smith, gets met by Prather. And then Quinlan Cothran there was with a little bit of a block, and then both players fighting for the ball. A Bremen player goes to the floor, and I think, did they just call a jump? Yep, they're just going to call.
Wow.
I think they're just going to call a jump ball.
It's going to stay with the Dogs, but, I mean, that very well could have been a foul on either one, Josh Merrill or Quinlan Cothran.
The official over to talk to the Bremen head coach who is pleading his case, but it's not that official's call. He was way out of position. That's probably what he told him. I mean, you can argue it, but it's not my call. Rittenhouse gets it across to Cothran, across the timeline. Quinlan's going to try to drive off the glass, can't get it to go, and the rebound was taken by Bremen. They trap him in the corner. Cedartown trying to create a trap. Can't come away with it, and Bremen gets it into their front court. Now it's going to be number 5, Jones, drives, and they're going to have a foul on the floor.
It's on the floor. They get number 11. It'll be Davion Smith. I believe that is his first foul, and it is. Team foul number 3 for the Dogs in this period. 136.
Inbound it from their own baseline. The inbound pass goes to Jones. Jones' shot was up and no good, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
I wonder if it was Rittenhouse. It was. Hayden picks up his 2nd foul, and team foul number 4.
So this will send Jayshon Jones to the free throw line for the 3rd time tonight. He's 0 for 3. Now 0 for 4 as the first one misses. 41-32 is your score. 1:33 left to play here in the 3rd period. Jones gets set, 2nd one on the way, and that one is no good off the front of the iron, and Jamarius Woodall comes away with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Quinlan Cothran, the big man with it. He's going to run the floor, brings it across the timeline. He's just going to take it himself through the lane. It's in and good.
That's just something else right there.
Quinlan Cothran just dismantled Bremen's defense in the lane, went over 3 defenders and made that one land, and it's 43-32. Inbounds pass goes into Dudley. Bo Dudley with it across the timeline. The handoff goes to Zay Buffington. Buffington with it. Back to Dudley. He's going to fire a 3 from the left wing. No good. And we've got a foul called on Bremen.
Yeah, I think Prather got fouled. They get number 10, Thacker Dudley, on the foul. His Price back in the ball game, and also Thomas Robinson is back in there.
Eli Brock will check into the contest for the first time tonight for the Blue Devils. Caleb Pollard is also going to check back in for Bremen. So Rittenhouse will inbound it to Davion Smith. They just hand it to him. Smith's going to have to bring it the full length of the floor as we're under a minute to play. Working around Buffington. Over to the right wing. Now they'll give it to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse top of the key, left side to Woodall. Woodall quickly over to the right side now to Robertson. Robertson goes back to Davion Smith. Smith with it off the top of the key. Trying to work off of a high ball screen set by Price. Has to give it up. It'll be Rittenhouse top of the key. Now working to his left side. Off the wing. They go to Robertson. Robertson tries to drive the lane. Has to kick out to Woodall. Woodall with the floater from right at the free throw line off the back of the iron and good.
That was great. Good passing. Good little floater. Able to go in. 45-32.
A good offensive set for the Bulldogs on that trip. Now to the right side of steal there by Davion Smith, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. They were trying to corral the loose ball, and it'll be Bremen basketball underneath their own basket after Davion Smith almost forced a turnover.
I'll tell you what, Bremen may have gotten a favorable call on that.
Inbounds goes to Jones. Jones, the back away, or the fadeaway jumper, can't get that one to go. Woodall comes away with the rebound, gives it up. Davion Smith with it now in the front court. Bremen got away with the push, no call. He's going to work off the high ball screen, along three. Oh, and it's just short. Was Davion Smith. He tried to repeat the Rockmart magic, but couldn't make it happen. We'll go to the final frame, 45-32. Back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
45-32 your score as we get ready to start the final 8 minutes of this one on the road. The Bulldogs leading the Bremen Blue Devils, who outscored Cedartown in that third period of play by a mark of 16-15. We have a quick whistle and a quick foul called on the Bulldogs. It'll be against number 10, Jamarius Woodall.
That'll be his third foul.
Inbounds pass will come from the far side. It gets checked into Jones. Jones will bring it across the timeline where Rittenhouse will pick him up there. Works to his left side. He'll give it up to Eli Brock. Brock top of the key. He's going to work to the right. Handoff goes to Dudley. Bo Dudley with it back to the outside to Jones. Jones has to kick out. Wanted a baseline jumper. Couldn't get it. Rebound. Woodall. Woodall with it. He's going to bring it up the floor. Now they'll slow it down. They'll get the offense set up for the Bulldogs. Davion Smith to the right side to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse to Robertson. Fires a three from the corner. No good. Rebound. Jump ball.
That'll be Cedartown ball.
I'm going to give Woodall credit with an offensive board there because he's the one who got tied up with the Bremen player to force the jump ball. Price comes out.
Zane Diamond Paisley and Quinlan Cothran back in.
Inbounds pass will come from Davion Smith on the baseline for the Dogs. Got to check it in quickly. They'll go all the way to the outside into Diamond Paisley, tipped away. Diamond Paisley gathers it in the backcourt, will give up to Cothran. Cothran drives the lane, no good, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot two. We'll wait to see who it's on.
It's again on Caleb Pollard, his fourth foul. He is in foul trouble.
Cedartown with two players in semi-foul trouble. You have Woodall and ZDP both with three, Quinlan with two, and the big man is at the free throw line. First one on the way from him is off the back of the iron. Too strong, no good. 7:19 left to play here on the road. Bulldogs trying to pick up their first win of the season. second one on the way from Cawthron. It is also no good. Too strong, both off the back of the iron. But Cedartown gets the rebound back from ZDP, but then we give it back up to Bremen, and now we've got a timeout called. Bremen, the coach of the year so far in the timeout category. A quick timeout, we'll take it with him. We'll be back after this 30-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
We're back. It is the Bulldogs lead 45-32 over the Bremen Blue Devils. The quick timeout was given, I think Bremen called the time, and they'll have the ball out of this timeout.
A lot of back and forth there in those couple of seconds in the corner. A good timeout called there by the Blue Devils head man. So the inbound pass will come from the other end of the floor. Bremen's going to have to run the full length of the floor. They finally get the inbounds pass to Pollard. Pollard gives it back to Merrill. Merrill with it, going to try to work around Woodall. Woodall catches him there. They make him stop right at half court, and then Pollard goes to the ground, and they get called for the travel, and Cedartown will force a turnover. Credit that to the good Bulldog defense and Hayden Rittenhouse and the rest of the crew.
I mean, Sam said it. It was Cedartown's defense that forced that turnover, a non-contact turnover.
Inbounds pass will go to Davion Smith. Smith's going to try to work it across the timeline, near side. Working from his right to left. Now he'll get it to the big man, Quinlan Cawthron. Cawthron underneath to Woodall, who was wide open. 47-32.
Gotta love it. Way to go, Woodall.
Merrill with it off the left side. Going to kind of work off of that wing. Now they'll go over to number 4, Eli Brock, top of the key left side. Now to Jones. Jones trying to work around Woodall. Splits a defender, takes it to the glass, and a good move by that young man. And the basket is good for Bremen.
That's probably one of the best we've seen Bremen score tonight. Very good job there. Dogs hoping to respond.
ZDP will bounce it back outside to Davion Smith, top of the key. Setting up the Cedartown offense, working over to his right side. They go back to Diamond Paisley. He's going to give it up to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse working off the left wing. He's going to try to go around Jones. Has to bounce it back outside. They'll give it to Woodall. Woodall the cut to Diamond Paisley. The shot was blocked, and Bremen comes away with it. On the other end of the floor, it's Jones. Jones has to give it back outside to Painter. That lane collapsed. Painter fires a long three. No good. Tried to sell the foul again, and he doesn't come away with it. Woodall comes away with the rebound on the other end. Dane Diamond Paisley, the two-handed jam. 49-34, Bulldogs on top. 5:43 left to play. Timeout on the floor. Let's take it with them. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
What a job there by the Bulldogs. Zane Diamond Paisley with a two-handed jam and extends the lead 49-34 right out of that timeout. Cedartown in control here about halfway through this final frame of this ball game. Cedartown looking to go to 1-0 on the season. Be the first time I think in a while we've been 1-0. I think last year we had that first win against Armurchie. I don't know if that was the first game or not. I have to look back and check, but Bremen will have the inbounds pass.
It's Merrill with it. He's trying to work around Woodall. Has to give it up to Buffington. Buffington double team. They go back to Merrill with it. Merrill dishes it underneath there to Thacker Dudley. Now they'll work to the right side into Eli Brock. They'll go back to Dudley with it off the baseline. Blocked by Quinlan Cawthron, and he comes away with it. Quinlan with the block. Cedartown regains control of it. It'll be Zane Diamond Paisley with it. He has it knocked away, though. Bremen comes away with it. Thacker Dudley with it. He's going to push it up the floor for the Blue Devils. Has to go to the outside. Eli Brock in the corner, and now a foul called on the Bulldogs in the corner. And this one is going to be against Woodall, and this is going to be his fourth.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Looks like we're going to send back in number 12. It'll be Colton Prather.
I tell you what, tip your hat there to Jamarius Woodall. 9 points on the night, 8 rebounds. Has to sit with 4 fouls on the night. The inbounds pass goes to Merrill. Merrill will give it back to Brock. Brock top of the key, left side now to Jones. Jones a long 3 off the wing, no good. Rebound tip by Zane Diamond Paisley, goes back to Brock. Brock to Merrill, Merrill to Jones. Jones will drive. A rebound by Thacker. Thacker, the putback, it's no good, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
That was hard fault right there.
They get Quinlan Cothran. That is his third, and it will send Thacker Dudley to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Sam, last season, our first game of the year was on December the 2nd against Heard County. We lost that game. That's for free throws up and good there for Bremen, making it 49-35. Lost that game 64-58. The Armurchie game was next, and that's the one we won 73-59. That second free throw is no good, and Cedartown gets the rebound.
Yep, Colton Prather there to get another rebound for the Bulldogs, and we've got a foul called on Bremen. They got it on number 13, Josh Merrill, and I believe that is his second. So the inbounds pass will come from Cedartown on the far baseline. Bulldogs going to have to run the full length of the court. They get it into Davion Smith, but then it's knocked away quickly by Bremen. It'll stay Cedartown basketball.
Yeah, Cedartown trying to do something they haven't done in a couple of years, is winning their opening game of the season.
Davion will inbound it.
Good chance to do it here.
He's going to trigger from the baseline. A long throw there to Quinlan Cothran. Cothran one-on-one, and he was fouled by Thacker Dudley. Tried to go up and slam it home, and he didn't get it to land.
Well, he was screaming that Quinlan was elbowing him, but I didn't see that.
So Quinlan Cothran will head to the free throw line.
Foul was on Dudley. That's how many for him?
That is number 2 for Mr. Dudley. Excuse me, number 3. First one on the way from Cothran is good. And the Bulldogs are at half 100 there with 50-35 with 4:44 left to go here in the fourth. Second one on the way from Cothran, in and out, no good. Rebound taken by Dudley. So Thacker Dudley will give it up to Zay Buffington. Buffington across the timeline. He's going to work to the right side, try to work around Rittenhouse. The handoff goes to Jones. Jones tried to split a defender. They go back to Dudley, no good. Rebound taken by Davion Smith. That 3 was well short. Smith is double teamed in the backcourt. Loose ball. Smith picks it back up. Now he's going to drive it. And they try to get it to Zane Diamond Paisley, and it's knocked away. Tipped, I believe, by Bremen. No, it's going to be Bremen basketball. I thought the Blue Devils got a hand on that one.
It was close. Davion Smith on the other end, he was dead to rights. The guy had locked arms with him just about, but he was able to get free and get down the floor. Unfortunately, turned it over on the pass.
Zay Buffington with it's going to work off that high ball screen. Now they'll go to the right side to Jones. Jones on the wing now to the corner, and Brock's going to fire a 3. It's long, and the rebound is taken by Davion Smith. Smith, again, with a lot of pressure. They give it up to ZDP. Diamond Paisley with it now. Top of the key over to the right side to Prather. Prather, he's going to give it back to Davion. Davion's going to work back to Prather. Prather on the right side. They'll go to the wing on the far side into Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse back to Prather. Prather trying to work around the screen. He has his pocket picked, but it is going to be a foul called on the Blue Devils. It'll be number 13, Josh Merrill with the foul.
Thomas Robertson's going to check in for Davion Smith, giving him a breather with 3:42 to go here in the ball game. Cedartown up by 15, 50-35.
Colton Prather will trigger from the far sideline. The inbounds pass is going to go to Thomas Robertson in the corner. They quickly go to Quinlan Cothran. The baseline 360 spin. The first one was up and no good. He got his own rebound, but then lost the handle.
They give the ball to Bremen right there. I mean, it looked like he might have been fouled, and it was a no call there.
Coach Cherry wanted a little help from another official, but he was saying that he was screened and couldn't get a good look on it. So Bremen will check it in. They will get it into number 14, Bo Dudley.
It's a 15-point lead, Sam, but there's still plenty of time left in this game.
Absolutely. Dudley with it on the far side. He's going to try to work around Robertson, top of the key. They'll give the handoff to Jones. Jones back to the top of the key, working to the right. Now he'll back it out and reset.
Guard
Jones
that perimeter.
Going to try to work around a ball screen. Tried to three, and it was blocked by Quinlan Cawthorn. Rittenhouse came away with it. He gives it to Prather. Prather to Cawthorn. Cawthorn to Robertson, high off the glass. No good. A lot happened in that possession, and it did not end with a Bulldog basket. Now Thacker Dudley is going to drive. That one again is blocked there by Quinlan Cawthorn. Stripped by Colton Prather, and we've got a push on the floor.
That's going to be a foul on number 10, I believe. Thacker Dudley, that'll be his fourth, if indeed it is.
I've got 4 on him. Now, whether that's correct or not, I don't know. But I've got 4.
Bo Dudley checks out of the ball game, but
got too many, Coach.
But Thacker Dudley is going to come in. Yeah. Little indecision on there. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah,
that should be 5 team fouls against Bremen, so we are going to shoot 2. So we were going to have to trigger from the far baseline and run the floor, but now it's going to be a trip to the free throw line. Is it Prather? I believe so. Yep, Colton Prather will head to the stripe. He's going to try 2 here from the charity stripe. 50-35 is your score. 2:53 remaining in tonight's contest. Prather comes set, and the first free throw attempt is up. A high arcing shot, no good. Quinlan Cawthorn, as well as Hayden Rittenhouse in the rebounding area for the Bulldogs. The second one is up. It is short off the front of the iron. Rebound taken by Cawthorn, and he is fouled.
Fouled from behind there by Caleb Pollard, number 0, and that might be his 5th, isn't it?
According to my calculations, it is.
Let's see if the official score says 5.
He's coming out regardless, but it would be nice to know whether or not that is his 5th and final, and I think it is. Quinlan Cawthorn comes set. First one on the way. It is up and good. 53, yep. 35. Bulldogs in cruise control right here for the final 2:45. Over to the left side, it'll be Painter. Back to the top of the key to Serby. Serby's going to try to work around ZDP. Robertson picks him up there, forces him to get rid of it, but they go back to Serby now in the corner. The 3 is no good, and Quinlan Cawthorn comes away with the board for the Dogs. Now he's going to push it up the floor. Coast to coast off the glass, and it's good.
Yes.
The big man makes it a 20-point lead, 55-35. Underneath, Bremen gets a basket there from Jamison Carter. 55-37. Inbounds pass goes to Colton Prather. Prather's going to try to work around number 2, Buffington, and we've got a whistle. Timeout called. We will take it with them. 55-37, 2:05 left here in the fourth. We'll be back after this 30-second break here on the Big Double A.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Georgia needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
2:05 left to play out of the Cedartown timeout. The Bulldogs will inbound it. Hayden Rittenhouse into the backcourt for the Dogs. Now gets it ahead to Thomas Robertson. Robertson, he's going to go to the left side as Quinlan Cawthorn. Thought about the 3. He pulls it down, tries to drive the lane, and we've got a very quick jump ball called there by the official.
Wow.
And I think she called it before the foul could be committed.
Zane Diamond Paisley and number 10, Jamarius Woodall, are going to come back in as Thomas Robertson and Keenan Price check out.
Inbounds pass is going to go to number 11, Jamison Carter, who gives it right back to Eli Painter. Painter will bring it across the timeline. He's going to try to drive to the right side. Now he'll back it out. Thought about a 3, has to pull it down to Carter. Carter off of the wing. And a steal there by Woodall. Woodall's going to take it to the basket, lay it in off the glass. It is good. And he got fouled, but no call. And it's back to a 20-point lead, 57-37. The inbounds pass goes to number 2, Buffington. Buffington across the timeline. Now he's going to drive the lane. He gets that one to land, and goaltending call. So the basket is good.
It was good anyway, but they still call the goaltend.
And that one is credited to number 2, Zay Buffington. Inbounds pass will come from Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse checks it in there to Dane Diamond Paisley. They go back to Rittenhouse to Woodall, who was wide open. The two-handed jam set up there by Woodall to Cochran.
Oop right there,
back
ladies and gentlemen.
A 20-point lead, 59-39. Here's your score. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this 30-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Welcome back, 59-39 as the Dogs open up a 20-point lead over the Bremen Blue Devils in our season opener. Sam, this is the first time since in the last couple of seasons we've not won our opening game, and we are going to do that here tonight.
We are a big 20-point lead for the Bulldogs as we're coming down to the final few. 1:19 left to play. They will trigger from the far baseline, and it will be Eli Painter who will bring it across the timeline for the Blue Devils. He's going to give it right back to Zay Buffington. They're trying to set up that high ball screen. Can't get it to go. Buffington tries to dish underneath there to Serby. Serby gives it up to Jamison Carter. They go back to the outside of the top of the key. A little floater is no good, and the rebound was taken by number 15 for the Bulldogs. That's Braylon Cochran. He's going to bring it down the floor, across the timeline, gets triple team, looking for somebody. Finally gets it to Davion Smith. Smith goes back to Cochran. The three on the way, and it's good. Braylon Cochran, the young man, checks in and hits a tray from the left wing, and it's 62-39.
And the biggest cheers coming from the dugout, Quinlan Cochran, his big brother.
It'll be Buffington with it. He's going to try to drive the lane. Goes through 3 Bulldog defenders, no good. Rebound was taken by Bremen, but then they turn it right back over. Davion Smith, a long pass to Braylon Cochran out of bounds. We'll see whose basketball it is.
It's going to be Bremen. The official on this side didn't see it. It was the official on the far side that had the better angle, and they called it out on the Dogs. So it'll be Bremen ball with 24 seconds.
The inbounds pass will go to number 11, Jamison Carter for the Blue Devils. He'll bring it across the timeline for Bremen. Now he'll give the handoff to Zay Buffington. Buffington working off the wing over to the left side now to Serby. Serby will give it up to Painter. Painter's going to fire to 3 from the left wing. No good. Rebound taken by Serby. They kick it back outside to Carter. Carter to Serby in the corner, right side. Now they're going to go back outside to Dunn. Dunn over to the left side. A long 3 on the way. That one is short off the front of the iron. No good. You can put a pin in it. This one is done. 62-39 is your final here from Bremen High School as the Bulldogs pick up a opening season win on the road. Let's take a 60-second break. We'll come back and wrap this one up. We'll be back after this from the sponsors of the Cedartown Bulldogs on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Welcome back. Your final score, Cedartown winners 62-39 over the Bremen Blue Devils. And looking at the totals, Sam, big nights for Quinlan Cawthorn and Jamarius Woodall. Quinlan Cawthorn with 22 points on the day, 11 points for Jamarius Woodall. Zane Diamond Paisley and Hayden Rittenhouse both had great nights as well, scoring 8 for the Dogs. Keenan Price with 6 points. Off the bench, Davion Smith making his return to the team this year with 4 points. But he, as floral general, just did a great job. Thomas Robertson also did a good job for the Dogs as well tonight. Didn't see any action from any of the other guys. Of course, we mentioned Braylon Cawthorn, who got out there. Some other guys, DJ Pace didn't play tonight. Jacavian Woodall, Isaiah Johnson, Aston Turner, and by the way, Colton Prather as well. But Sam, just a great job overall by the Bulldogs, and a big night for the senior Quinlan Cawthorn.
It is. When you can open the season with a double-double and get the Bulldogs a win on the road, that's a great way to start things. You mentioned the 22 points. He also will come home with 11 rebounds. Woodall also just short of a double-double. He ended with 8 rebounds. But talk about Colton Prather and the way that he ran that Bulldog offense just about all night long. He and Davion Smith really kind of trading out that floor general role. And Prather just did a fantastic job to secure the first win for the Bulldogs here in the 2024-2025 campaign. We will be back on Thursday as we will be at home for our home opener. The Bulldogs will host the Armurchie Indians. Tip-off of the girls' game is set for 6 o'clock. The boys' game will hopefully get underway around 7:30. Be sure to join us here on the Big AA, 106.1 FM, AM 1340. We will also have the video feed available on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and the NFHS Network. Again, your final tonight from Bremen High School, 62-39.
All right, so we've gotten to the point of our broadcast where we present our FCA Player of the Game for the Cedartown Bulldogs. And Sam, I'm going to give you the deciding factor tonight. Who do you think is going to be the winner of our FCA Player of the Game?
Well, that's a tall task, and I think that I have to give it to Colton Prather simply because of his relentless effort on the floor tonight, being that floor general. And although he did not come home with any points, it's not always about points. It's about what you do for your team. And his leadership tonight and being able to set up that Cedartown offense, that would end the night with 62 points, you got to tip your hat to that young man. And we're going to see a lot more from him throughout this season, and I can assure you we are going to see a lot of nights where he's got some points in the point column. We just don't have any for him in this game, but just a fantastic performance from that young man. 62-39 win. Colton Prather, your FCA Player of the Game.
All right, folks, well, that's going to wrap up our broadcast tonight. For Sam Branch, my broadcast partner, and Gail back at the radio station running the controls, Andrew Carter wishing you good night and God bless on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
W291 Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM WGAA. The Big AA.